What is up, guys? This is Tristan, and today I'm going over the brutally honest truth about starting a pressure washing business, the stuff that no one's going to tell you. I'm not here to cookie cut. I'm not here to tell you all the fancy stuff. I'm not a coach. I'm not a guru. All I ask is if you get any type of value out of this, hit that subscribe button. Either way, let's get right into it. The first thing is that no one cares. No one cares about you. The work needs to get done. No one cares about you. Work harder because the work needs doing. It takes more volume than you actually think. Guys, look, no one gives a about you. No one gives a about your business. No one cares about whatever it does. They don't care if it fails. You see so many businesses come in and go out. Look, you could be easily the next number. What are you going to do to separate yourself? The work needs doing, point blank. The work needs to be done. And what is the work? You need to figure out what is the work that needs to be done on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Because if you don't know these things, you're going to run out of business super fast. The truth is, anyone can start a pressure washing business, bro. Anyone can go out there and do it. But look, what are you going to do to separate yourself from the other people? Dude, anyone, some high schooler can go out there and start a pressure washing business right now. But it takes a certain type of individual, it takes a certain type of characteristic to get into these bigger types of commodities and bigger types of jobs. The work needs to be done, and the work needs doing. The only way it does is you need to just work harder. If you're not getting the results that you are aspiring to get, you just need to work harder. Either way, let's go to number 2. You need to work smarter than harder, but in order to learn how to work smarter, you have to work relentlessly harder than everyone else. What I mean by that is everyone says, oh, just work smarter rather than harder. But yeah, that's a great saying, but how do we learn those skills? How do we acquire those skills? How do we understand what those skills are to work smarter? You have to work at a relentless drive, a relentless purse capacity to understand what those skills are. And the only way to work smarter is by working harder initially. You have to put in the amount of effort. You have to put in the amount of hours. You have to put in the amount of days to acquire the skills to work smarter. So many people are like, just work smarter, man. Just work smarter. Get those systems in place. Get those systems in place. What the does that even mean? You have to understand. You're not going to realize what the systems are until you work extremely hard and harder than everyone else until you can eventually recognize, oh, this is what this system means. I can now work smarter because I know this works. The third thing is that, bro, no one really gives a about you, G. No one cares. Everyone is so encircled into their own brain, into their own mindset, into their own career. No one cares if this fails or not. No one cares about you, bro. You're going to lose a ton of friends in this journey too. You're going to lose a lot of friends in this journey. If you decide to start a business of some sort, look, disclaimer, you're going to lose a lot of people because this is the sacrifice on what you want to get into. This is the sacrifice in order on where you want to be at. Let me give you an example. In The Matrix, Neo gets out of his car to take the red pill, and Trinity talks to Neo and says, hey, you know where that path leads you back to. Why are you looking back? And Neo's, yeah, you're right. He gets back into the car and then keeps moving forward. The worst thing that you can do, potentially, is that you're going through this isolated chapter, you're starting to find signs of progress, and you bend the knee back to the conformity of what you used to, the group of where you are trying and aspiring to get out of, and go back a year and backtrack into the normality of what you used to be. In order to evolve into something new, you have to put yourself through hell. You have to put yourself through an isolated period of time where you have to evolve or you have to change. When you are going through that period, your business will ultimately succeed. But I don't know another individual, or I don't know another business owner in this industry that hasn't gone through that exact chapter. The fourth thing is that if you lack discipline, if you're going to miss a few days, if you're going to miss a few months just because you feel like it, if you're basing your decisions off of, I just feel like not doing anything today, you're going to run out of business, my brother. Quite frankly, the guy that shows up every day, regardless of if that guy is 50, 60, 70 steps ahead, if that guy that is behind him shows up every single day and the other guy is showing up sporadically, the guy that's behind him will eventually just catch up to him, and then he'll actually surpass him. He'll wave behind, hey, see you later, and won't look back at that guy. You cannot miss any days, guys. I'm not saying, hey, don't take a break or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you are just going off of your feelings, if you're saying, I just feel like taking today off, or I just want to take today off, or I'm just going to consistently keep doing this, like I said, the work needs doing, guys. And if you aren't going to do it, quite frankly, the brutally honest truth is your competitor will do it. And he'll get that big job rather than you. It's whoever wants it, man. You're going to feed the wolves. The best wolf comes out all the time. My next point is that the work works on you more than you work on it. Meaning that the individual that you become throughout this entire process, whether you're not seeing results right now or you're deciding, should I even do this? The work that you put in right now works on you as an individual, as a man. The characteristics that you start to build by putting in this work relentlessly every single day, regardless of how tired you feel or how you feel, works on you more so than anything else. That is the most important part about this entire journey. It's about the individual that you become on this journey rather than all the money and all the byproducts of the business that you get. Because if you start to realize, oh, this is actually the man that I truly want to and aspire to become, then the money doesn't matter. Like, money isn't real. If you realize the work that I'm doing, regardless of the result or regardless of the outcome, is resulting more so on myself and the characteristics that I am building, that is a win. When you have those characteristics and you start to build those characteristics, money only comes as a byproduct. I'm a firm believer on, if you have the characteristics of a high value individual or a rich individual, money will only come as a byproduct of that. The most important part about all of this stuff, all of this journey, is about the man or the individual that you become, and then the money will eventually become as a byproduct. Oof, I love this one. The brutally honest truth of this is that you're going to see so many business opportunities arrive or a new job arise. You're going to be like, damn, that's a sexy golden ticket over there, golden token that I might want to trickle into. But quite frankly, the grass is always going to be greener from afar. And then you get over there and you realize, oh shit, the grass needs to be watered. You realize, oh, it actually takes a lot of time to build a great and beautiful garden, meaning that it takes a lot more time than you truly think. When you could configure and switch your mindset into, I got to think in years rather than months or days, because short-term gratification is going to be the ultimate driver out of people's businesses. If you could think more so of a long-term perspective, and if I have the discipline to be able to stick to it and that stick-to-itness, then I'm ultimately going to flourish in the business of whatever industry I choose. That is the entirety of the truth. A lot of people are going to always want to go over to the next job. You see it on LinkedIn. Oh, I'm starting a new job over here. I'm starting a new job over here. I'm starting a new job over here for a $20,000 raise, guys. Then they like jump, it's $5,000 raise, $10,000 raise. Dude, what's the point? I remember saying this to myself. If the first year I do 10,000, and then the next year I do 50,000, the next year I do 100,000, the next year I do 250, the next year I do 500, the next year I do $1 million, the business compounds much more than the W-2, guys. The brutally honest truth of this is that I would rather work on my own asset for 16 hours rather than work on someone else's for 8. And to do that, you have to have that stick-to-itness to be able to build a beautiful foundation and beautiful garden. Because if you don't, guess what? You're probably going to run out of business. And there's going to be guys like me that take your jobs. Just something to consider. But guys, look, I'm not here to showboat. I'm not here to tell you all of the great and grand things. I can always tell you how to do the great and grand things, but I do also want to let you know that this journey right here, right now, that you're probably experiencing is tough. It is hard and it's lonely. And I will let you know you're not alone. You've got guys like me that are experiencing the exact same thing. I want to let you know that hard doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do it. It's actually more of a proponent for you to go out there and do it, because quite frankly, if it was easy, everyone else would probably do it. Either way, guys, if you find any type of value out of this, hit that subscribe button. Please go and take a look at that next video. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.